Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is a love reading for each individual sign, which will be time-stamped, and it covers from mid-January to mid-February. Valentine joins us. She's just there, checking things out, thinking about whether she's going to be naughty or not. I think sleep will get the better of her, I hope. She has definitely spotted something in the wind. So, right, I'm going to start with Aries, I'm going to go through to Pisces, and this will be time-stamped in the comment section. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Do share this video and check your moon and rising. Check out your 2018 forecast as well, that's up on the channel. As is your January, that's going to be Aries, your January monthly forecast. I knew something naughty was going to happen. Well, let's kick off with Aries. Aries, sun, moon and rising. What does Aries need to know about love? Love. Just makes me want to say love. Oh, love for Aries. Sun, moon and rising. Valentine, what do they need to know about love? Hey? Love. Okay. So I have got my coffee on the go, I will warn you, so I could be full of beans. Some people have been leaving comments saying, are you drunk? I'm like, wow, okay, I'm going to take that as a compliment. And one day I might try just turning up hammered, but no, generally I'm not drunk when I'm doing my tarot readings. Alarmingly, more than one of you has asked me that. Okay. Aries, sun, moon and rising, mid-Jan to mid-Feb. Okay, I want one more. There's room for a little one in the middle there. For now. Right, okay. Aries, yours is really interesting, your vibes here, okay? I've got, some opposing forces, let's just put it that way. It's not going to be boring, your love life. But some of you are going to be rejecting somebody. I've got in here the Knight of Cups in reverse in the middle. Now, when I get the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's like somebody kind of tries to come in on a charger, you know, on the white horse, and has something to offer. But either it's not good enough. It's not good enough, actually. That's it. It's not good enough, this particular offer. Now, I don't get that that will be the only offer that you get at all, Aries. But something's going on in your whole kind of like love, sex domain. I got the Eight of Cups. Some of you are having a strong nudge from the universe that you need to forget about somebody, walk away from somebody, walk away from something. If you're single, it's still about walking away from the memory of something, the hope for somebody. Especially if some of you are just slightly still caught up with somebody, you know, it hasn't quite ended properly, but it has ended, or you're still cuddle buddies, or whatever you like to call it these days. I feel like you need to cut the ropes, cut the ties. You see here as well, I've got two major arcana. I've got the Hierophant in reverse. I've got Death in reverse. Now you could be dealing, they're opposite signs. Hierophant's Taurus, Death is Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Scorpio person. But I don't see that coming in for you. I don't see Taurus or Scorpio coming in. I rather see them going out one way or another. This is even if you're single and you're looking, but there's somebody who still has your heart. Your heart, okay? Somebody still has your heart. It's time to turn away. I feel like if you don't do that, this is particularly for single and sort of half coupled, or on Facebook, it's complicated, Aries. I feel like if you don't turn away, that actually the new and exciting stuff can't happen. Because here we do have the Six of Wands, which is a fabulous card. It's a victory card. It's getting something. That's the golden fleece for Jason. Pretty stylish. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to do a couple of clarifiers actually. Ooh. Wow, okay, this is about money for some of you, or earth signs. Okay, you are doing the walking away. Because for the Eight of Cups, which is my walking away card, I get the Emperor, which is the Aries card. So some of you need to or are walking away from, quite honestly, a fairly crappy offer or a let's hang out type scenario, and you've had enough of it. You need to cut the ties on it. If you do that, I feel that this change and transformation can come in, and what that change and transformation is good stuff. Winning. Nice things happening. People stepping up, offering. All the things that you want. Offers, 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 offers. This is a love reading. Now, Aries, for a few of you, some of you that are coupled, this is to do with money. Got the King of Pentacles in the middle. I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you may be talking about joint finances, buying a property. Those kind of things may come up. If you are struggling with it as a couple, you may need to make financial changes. You may need to budget. For some of you that are coupled as well, this Hierophant means you may need to change the way, you may need to change your relationship philosophy to incorporate new financial things, old financial things, or also just things that are no longer needed with that Eight of Cups. You may need to psychologically as a couple walk away from certain fights, walk away from certain fights about money, and move towards a different kind of a plan. Either way though, single or coupled Aries, Six of Wands. Love, love, love. You do win. Now, Chucky Spezzano, what do you say about Aries? It's definitely, Aries, if you're single, a better time to flirt than to commit, is what I get. It's a good time for having fun. Because a lot of you have got things rumbling in the background. Rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. Wow, Aries, your love cards. Okay, good. Now, Aries, some of you are experiencing a breakup with that Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is anything from walking away, finishing off something that needs to be gone, to full-blown breakup. Some of you, that's what you're dealing with, the heartbreak. This has already kind of happened, but the next month or so will be much more positive than you think, actually. You're coming into a more successful energy because it needed to happen. Fantasy relationship. That's your Knight of Cups in reverse. You may find some single Aries you are offered crumbs, rubbish, and just naff. You know, you're going to think, that's naff. Or you may get involved in a sort of short fling, and again, you're just going to think, I don't think this person is really who they say they are. So just watch for that person, because the basic tenet, Aries, is whatever you reject, you're going to get so much better because of this Six of Wands. In a way, the more you reject, it's like auction, the better the offers that are going to come in. And then you get rules. Now, this is what I get for single love when you need to throw out your huge list of qualifiers. Throw out your type, throw out your list of how tall, you know, dark-haired, light-haired, whatever it is. Throw out the list, okay? Be open-minded. You have an avenue to success. Be open-minded, and also you have self-worth is the most important thing, especially for those of you that are dealing with getting rid of this negative energy. Getting the Emperor for the 8 of Cups is actually very powerful. Yeah, I will actually. Romance with the Angels Oracle card for Aries. Sun, Moon and Rising. What do we need to know, Doreen Virtue? Oh, you get 2. 3. It is safe for you to love, especially for those of you that have been a bit battered by things. You get wedding. This situation involves marriage. That's for coupled Aries. Now, wedding, I don't always take to be literally getting married, but I would take in this case joint finance discussions, shoring up, coming together, signing things off together, buying houses, making plans, that kind of thing. Now, do you remember what we talked about, Aries, with tearing up your list? Okay. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Let's have Healing with the Angels Oracle card, just because we can. My heated seat is on 5. I think I need to turn it down. Woo! Just a minute. That's warm. Okay. That one. Nice. Especially for those of you undergoing breakups. Spiritual growth. Never an easy thing, but actually with the 6 of Wands in the mix, you're heading in the right direction and the rewards are massive, Aries. Okay? So thank you, Aries. Do check out your moon and your rising sign. It's all going to be in the comments section at the top. And if you want a private reading, Aries, you can book in the description box below, and do subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Aries. Okay, Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Sun, moon and rising. Valentine joins us somewhere. I can't see her because she's kind of crept behind me. Oh, she's up there. She's gone to sleep. She's done her spectacular leap, Taurus. Let's have a look what you need to know then. Oh, move my creaky chair. Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Love. Mid-January to mid-February 2018. It kind of neatly takes us up to Valentine's Day, which is Valentine's birthday, of course. I might have to do a Valentine's special. You don't know how excited I'd be about that, Taurus. Let's have a look. Oh, you're getting 5. You're getting 5, Taurus. You're getting 5. Ooh. Wow, okay. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Where's my coffee? Expect to be feeling a lot, Taurus. Expect emotions. I know that sounds like a silly thing to say in a love reading, but we're not always feeling our feelings, are we? We're not always feeling moved, but I think you're going to be. You may find over the next month you just feel a little bit mixed up, I think. In the middle, Conchita from Eurovision, there she is. Great frock. 9 of Pentacles, my single happy person card. A lot of you had quite a rough 2017, Taurus, and I feel like you have come to 2018 quite strong, But at the same time, I think some of you are sick of being single. I got the 10 of Wands. And I feel like that's almost like this whole self-sufficient, being on your own, doing it for yourself lark may have become a bit heavy. You may be feeling it's a bit heavy. Now, three things are happening. One, major arcana, the Hanged Man comes in reverse, the stand man, I always call him. Now this for me is like a car on top of a hill, and then you take the handbrake off. Stuff starts moving mid-January to mid-February for you. And it's quite nice. 9 of Swords in reverse. These are my Harry Potter Dementors, or the Greek Furies. And this is the voice of need and desperation, and you'll never meet anyone, and oh, it's all grey and bad, and women with snaky hair, and I've got snaky hair, and nobody will love me, and all that kind of stuff, okay? Now, do you know what I think is going to happen, Taurus? I think you've been strong for such a long time that with this 4 of Pentacles, this is my releasing emotions card. That's why I said there will be emotions. You're going to actually not give up a bit. You're going to give up the pretense of being single and strong for those Taurians that are single. And that starts a chain of momentum. You know, sometimes when we are feeling guarded, we've broken up with somebody, or we're just thinking, God, you know, I'm not going to let just anyone in. I'm going to be really careful this time, but I'd really like to meet someone. We're just a bit chopsy and defensive. But I get, you've kind of reached the pinnacle of chopsy and defensive, and now it's just letting the love flow. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. Queen of Swords in reverse. Those of you that are, well, no, I'm going to carry on with this actually. Single Taurians, Queen of Swords in reverse. When she's in the upright, she's very cool and detached and has a big sword and chops away anything she doesn't want. Again, I feel you're going to be relaxing that side of yourself. It's a softer side of yourself that you're letting out, and that makes you a softer, more, whatever this is, you know, more type vibe, and it's attractive. But you weren't ready for that before. Couple Taurians, there's going to be a great feeling actually of independence within a relationship, which is very, very healthy. That's you. This doesn't have to mean single as in no men's or women's. It can also just mean that within a relationship, there's two individuals, you're both sufficient, you're both self-sufficient, which is sexy, healthy and strong. So I like that for you. Now, Chuck Spezzano, let's have a good old look for Taurus. So Taurus, I think those of you that are looking for love are going to make yourself a softer light for someone to find, if that makes sense. You know, you're going to look all fuzzy edged and kind of sleepy sexy. If you can, and you are Taurians, wear some nice soft fabrics. You know, if you can just look for comfortable but beautiful at the same time. Soft. And I'm just getting a whole kind of snuggly vibe, okay? And that's for the guys too. If you can afford it, and you can get it cheap sometimes, cashmere, you know, or just like I have. This is cheap. I got this for about £4 off eBay, okay? But it's got a furry heart, you know, and it's all kind of, there's my heart and it's furry. Get into that vibe, Taurus. Get into that vibe, because it's really going to make somebody want to snuggle up. Let's have a look, Chuck. Let's have a look, Chuck. Ooh, Taurus. Okay, look. This is nice. Dream come true. This is somebody coming forward with flowers. And of course this goes for men and for women. Not that women are often buying men flowers, but it's giving. Somebody wants to give to you. I was going to say somebody wants to give you one. That's a whole different thing, and I don't mean it like that. Somebody wants to give to you and it's a dream come true. It's receiving. And that's what I mean about some of you have perhaps had enough about making your own love or making your own whatever, or putting your own bin out, or whatever it is. It's just so nice to be on the receiving end of something nice. And I feel that you've softened your vibe so you can receive it. Now, the only two warnings, Taurus, are high expectations of yourself. No pedestals, not for you or anyone else, okay? Soft and fuzzy. If there is a pedestal, we're going to cover it in red velvet. It turns into a staircase, a showcase. And look, we've got another. We've got two with stairs. Fear of inadequacy. Put that to one side. You don't have to actually do anything, Taurus. You just literally have to be your lovely, silky, fuzzy self. I'm just going to have a romance with the Angels Oracle card for lovely Taurus. I like this reading, Taurus. It's giving me a fuzzy feeling. Okay. Yes! Let go of control issues. Smudge the lines. Keep it soft, just be, don't do. Feminine energy this is, not masculine energy. Not doing, getting, going, thinking, blah, blah, blah. Making things happen all on your own. None of that. Sitting back on a big velvet cushion with a fluffy heart, cashmere sweater, smelling lovely. That's what letting go of control issues looks like, because it has stay optimistic about your love life. Now you've got that together with dream come true. The big message is you don't need to do anything. You don't need to be cutting heads off with a big sword. Yay! And you get enchantment. And for that, I would say, actually, to put yourself in this vibe. And this sounds really silly, but it really works. It's a bit of a law of attraction type thing. Don't look at things that aren't nice. We're often attracted to things like bad news, you know, looking on the internet, all the stuff and all the rest of it. You could just spend a whole week or so thinking, I'm only going to look at nice, soft, fluffy things just for a week. Look at kittens, look at silly videos of animals that you love. You know, if I'm feeling like that, I watch David Attenborough. You know, I'm Pisces, so I watch the fish thing and it's all lovely. And watch things that make you feel good, because feeling good is going to attract love for you, Taurus. I love that reading for you. If you want a private reading, Taurus, you can book in the description box below. If you want to donate to the channel, you can also do that in the description box. If you want to check out your moon and rising, go to the comments section. It is all time stamped. Also, do subscribe, Taurus. That's for you, Taurus, and you knew, you'd be like, oh, kisses. Kisses on my cashmere. Thank you, Taurus. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Hello, Gemini. Love reading, Gemini. Mid-Jan to mid-Feb. Ooh. See, you know, I've got this big furry boot that I've got both my heated boot. Sometimes the cards drop in between my feet. Cards at my feet, Gemini. Let's have a look for you. Sun, Moon and Rising. Valentine joins us. She's zonked right out. She's just been playing with her, I don't know if you can see it, catnip snake there. It's pretty disgusting, to be honest, but She loves it. In fact, I think that she's kind of overdone the catnip and is a bit... What a lovely way to be. Do you know what I mean? I would love that. Okay, Gemini, 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 Gemini. Oh, that one came up for Taurus. Check out your moon and rising, Gemini. It's in the comments section. It's all time-stamped. I want one more for you. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Also, Gemini, do check out your 2018 readings. Those are up. What is going on, Gemini, with you? What my mum would call a curate's egg, which is what they say, good in parts. Okay? Right. Gemini, some of you ended, and I know this because I did a lot of private readings for Gemini recently and in 2017, and also I kind of remember the monthly readings being quite, there was a lot of stuff about twin flame, there was a lot of stuff about soul contract, there was a lot of stuff about I don't want to say getting real, but you were getting real, I think. Now, we're at that stage, I think, where we are having a crossover for Geminis. It's interesting. It's not going to be boring. But you're in a sort of a time of transition, a crossover. And I say this because in the middle, Conchita from Eurovision. Now, we had this for Taurus. The single happy person card. Some of you became single in 2017. Even if it wasn't a full relationship you were in, I feel like you severed some ties. Or you are severing some ties, because not all of you have. I've got here the Two of Cups and the Three of Swords in reverse, and I feel that they are connected. Now, the Three of Swords, this is Agamemnon in the bath, Clytemnestra, his wife, and her lover, who have plotted to murder him. Now, all of the sword cards in this particular tarot pack, there is a curse. And I feel that you felt you were in a relationship, or whatever you want to call it, with somebody that was somehow doomed. You know, it just didn't ever seem to either get off the ground, or it didn't seem to work. It didn't fulfill this promise. And it must have started with it, because when we get the Two of Cups, even in reverse, that's still been on the table. Now, I feel this has been on the table. A lot of you reached a point where, here, 10 of Wands, I think Taurus got that as well. It was just, you know, we do this, don't we? Sometimes we go along with something because we all want love, you know, and we all want it to work, and we all kind of want to think the best of somebody, and we all sometimes slip on the old denial goggles, don't we, and let things pass when the old intuition's going like this, and we're going, no, it's okay, it's okay. And then it kind of reaches a point, you know, usually when you get the Tower and the Seven of Swords about 12 times in a reading, you think, it's not okay. Just waiting for that Eight of Cups to pop out. This is healthy. This is healthy. You've reached a point where you don't, it's either ended, it's evaporated, he or she has disappeared, whatever it is. And you're in this transition period, because the other cards you get the World, hurrah, Major Arcana, New Cycle. This is, I can never pronounce it, Ouroboros, the snake what eats itself is what I like to call it. Reminding us that there is always a new journey, a new cycle, and it's Major Arcana. And to go with it, the Ace of Pentacles, Neptune holding a massive pentacle. Now, in terms of love readings, this is something much more solid coming in for you. Now, I don't know if the whole package will be turning up during this time frame. This is mid-Jan to mid-Feb, but to be honest, you hear this reading when you need to hear it, and it lasts as long as it lasts, and I'll get a feeling I need to do another one, and I'll do it. For now, with 9 of Pentacles in the middle and Ace of Pentacles, I rather like the look of something real coming in rather than something, whatever you had before, which was a bit fantasy and a bit... Let's take a clarifier for that, actually. A bit wrong, and I don't know why. And maybe you never knew why either, but it was. Well, interesting clarifiers. For the 2 of Cups in reverse, I get the 10 of Cups. I feel like this was something that should have been the 10 of Cups. It had so much promise. It's like being completely swept off your feet and then someone vanishing. And then the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody didn't have the staying power. For me, it's a lot of talk, but they don't walk the walk with it. Let's have a look at your Chuck Spezzano love cards, Gemini. Okay. I get it. Right, yes. All right. Something went down, didn't it? Revenge, dropping a boulder on a new couple. Problem. You know, you can look at this one of 2 ways, Gemini. It can be the 2 halves didn't fit together, or I had a heart and you didn't. You know, it's that kind of vibe that I'm getting. And then you get irresistibility. This is attraction building, and this is what I get for you here. This is 9 of Pentacles. Some of you, and unfortunately it's the hard way for some of you, have become a lot more of a whole person through this experience, and that makes you more attractive. Whole people are magnetic. The next person that comes along to you will be somebody who has a job and a plan, and there's something real to be had from it. Okay? Which is good. Let's have a look. Romance with the Angels, Oracle cards. You are sticking out, my friend. Oh, get on. Gemini. Sticking out for you, as they say. Sticking out for you. Calling in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate. Yeehaw. I get that. But do you know what? Your soulmate appears with the actual credentials this time. Do you know what I'm saying? Not just, oh, love, which is what this 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups thing was. You know, real, oh, love, what they call limerence, when you can't stop thinking about someone. Then you find out they've had 6 jobs in the last 10 weeks or something like that. Or they always want you to pick up the check. You know, that kind of thing. Oh, wow. Healing with the Angels card. You get blessings. I actually really like your reading, Gemini. It's a very healing reading. It doesn't mean that someone's going to walk into your life in the next 4 weeks, although you may meet someone who later... This is very much where it could be a friendship that develops. When you get things like the Pentacles coming out, as opposed to the Cups, and it's in a love reading, it's a very good sign. For couples, it's about prosperity, it's about joint income, it's about getting property together, accumulating finances, building your coupledom, you know, almost like building your brand, that kind of thing. And then for singles, it just means the real deal. Somebody who walks in, who will pick up the check, or who will turn up on time, or who will consider you, or who will do what they say they're going to do, rather than talk ever such a lot and do nothing. So Gemini, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Check out your 2018 as well, your overview, and your January reading. And do hit subscribe if you haven't already, Gemini. Namaste. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Love reading, mid-January, mid-February. Let's have a look. Cancerians. Oh, cards, cards, cards. Valentine joins us, sleeping on the bed. She's just there. She's zonked. I was just saying to Gemini, actually, wow, you've got interesting cards, that she's just imbibed a load of catnip. Whoa! Cancer. Right then, Cancerians. Some of you have been involved with an Aquarius or an air sign, or at the very least you are or have been involved with someone who is wearing a mask. Now this could have been, and I'm getting quite a lot of this, because we had Mercury retrograde in December, we're still in January. There's a lot of clearing going on for a lot of people, especially you had your supermoon, didn't you, at the beginning of this month? And then we have an eclipse in Leo at the end. We also have in the middle, in fact very soon, a new moon in Capricorn. We have loads of direct planets and loads of planets in Capricorn in the middle of the month. So everybody's feeling quite proactive and quite no-nonsensy as well. Some of you have really been through the mill. You've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you can see here, those are the Furies. They bring strife and trouble and pain, and Athene's saying, that's enough of that. You know, that's enough. It's also in the reverse. This is passing out of your life, along with the 9, which is all of the paranoia and the bad thoughts and the need and desperation if you're single, and the feeling that you'll always be on your own, which is a 9 of Swords feeling, the 4 o'clock in the morning, nobody loves me feeling that we've all had. And you've been feeling a bit battered about as well. We've got Strength in the reverse. Some of you might have been involved with a Leo even. Strength in the reverse. This is self-mastery, Heracles and the Lion. Some of you lost the run of yourself, I feel, in 2017. And some of you encountered this character, which is the Magician. The Magician, when he's in the reverse, is a bit of a trickster. It's like, you know, he's got all of the sleight of hand and all of the tricks, but you never really know what he's doing under the table. Oh, that sounds really pervy, doesn't it? Sorry, Cancerians. But maybe that was the case. You know, that's the kind of thing where someone's texting other people or talking to other people. Now, I don't get for most of you that that is current. For a few of you, it is. And if it is current in your life, it really needs dealing with. They need dealing with. And I would think, you know, I'm talking about in terms of this Magician and his performance. And it usually, no, it can be female actually, his or her performance. You need to be opening that, you know, those exits they have at the back of the stage. Swing! Yeah. Show's over, I think, for that one. Also have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. For just a few of you, there was another person in the frame. And And then, what a gorgeous card. The Star card comes in. This is Pandora, Pandora's box, as it were. And she opens the box, as you did, to pain and misfortune and all of the things that came in, and there was, because 9 and 10 of Swords does not lie to me. But also out comes this Fairy of Hope and all of the fairy dust that goes with it. This is a beautiful card. It comes after the Tower in the Major Arcana. (2018), and particularly, you know, starting in this beginning part, going mid-month to mid-month here, crossing a full moon eclipse, you start to get back on your feet. I love this. I say that, you start to get back on your feet, and I pull the 10 of Cups. Cancerians are a very precious sign with love. You are very loyal and gentle people. You can't afford to let people like this take advantage of you and your kindness. Your instinct as Cancerians, you know, with all that moon energy, hey, is to nurture. But some people, they sense that, they take advantage of it. Look which other card you got. That is the 9 of Swords in reverse. You got that twice. Particular message to those of you going through very difficult relationship times, that is. That it's on its way out. The pain and the suffering for that is on its way out, Cancerians. And I'm glad to deliver that message. Especially along with that one. Mars in Pisces. I think it's Mars in Pisces. Wow. Chuck's Petzano love cards for my lovely Cancerians, mid-month to mid-month. Yes. Some of you were being used. You get the using card. Some of you still are. We've just talked about this. Stage left, gone. Play, go on dates. This is my go on dates card. Get online dating, whatever it is, be safe, but get out there, do stuff that's playful and interesting. Don't be too hung up on whether they're your type or you're going to get married or whatever it is. Just get out there and play a bit. Then you get the Lovers. 2 swans that mate for life. And you are Cancerian and there's a gingham blanket. I know how much Cancerians like a lovely wicker picnic basket, some gorgeous matching tea set and the gingham blanket and the full romantic setting of the lake, you know. This is your kind of thing. You don't need that. God, I was really going to swear then, but I'm not going to. Yes. That wouldn't have been very nice. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Well, I hope you know what I mean. Romance with the Angels, Oracle cards, beautiful Cancerians. Wow. Oh my God. Ooh. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Sometimes this involves a lot of 9 of Swords in reverse, and it's a more painful process than you could imagine, because sometimes throwing somebody out of that stage exit is calling in your soulmate. Passion. Passion on a gingham blanket. Champagne in the park. And honeymoon. Now this, for couples, yes, this could mean getting married. For those of you that are already coupled, it could also mean for some of you that are coupled, putting an end to bad arguments that you've been having and moving to a much sweeter time with a lot of fun in bed, quite honestly. For those of you that are single, this can literally mean that first 6 weeks when you meet someone and you get the honeymoon period. You know, where the sun shines out of everybody and there's gingham blankets and picnic sets galore. clinking of champagne glasses. You put the phone down first. No, you put the phone down first. What am I talking about? How old am I? Who puts the phone down? What phone? You stop Snapchatting first. You get off WhatsApp first. That's the thing, isn't it, about modern technology, Cancerians? There's no kind of romantic tension to signing out of Facebook, is there? It's not the same as you put the phone down first. Put the bloody phone down, as your dad shouts up the stairs. I'll put the bloody phone down. Or is that just me? Oh, you get a treat. Those of you going through that breakup, lick your wounds, get back into your lovely little shell, but date. Date, whether you like it or not, because you've got calling in your soulmate and you don't want to waste that. And it may be that in the next month, all you do is go on some so-so dates. But do you know what? That's still calling in your soulmate. Because just going on those, you may go to somewhere with someone else where you meet someone else, or you have so many bad dates that when the person does show up, it lets you lower your standards a bit and you actually get friendly with someone that you fall in love with. Do you know what I mean? Calling in your soulmate is not necessarily all hearts and flowers and gingham blankets, but it can end up that way if you're prepared to kiss a few frogs, Cancerians. Ooh, I like your reading. If you want a private reading, Cancer, you can book in the description box below. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do that in the description box below. And do subscribe and check out your January and 2018 readings. Thank you, Cancer. Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Oh, that's yours. Mid-January to mid-February takes us up to Valentine's Day, which is Valentine's birthday. How nice that Valentine was born on Valentine's Day. I mean, obviously, not a complete coincidence. Although I always forget that's why she's called Valentine. Oh, Gemma. Now then, Leo, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? How deep is your love? I'm going Bee Gees. How can I just segue into Bee Gees? Yeah, I'm there now. I love a bit of Bee Gees, don't you? I love a bit of Bee Gees. No, the others are going to be clarifiers. I can't help myself now. I'm there. Okay, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'll just switch off the Bee Gees in my magic music head. Okay, you're getting real, Leo. And it's not what you've done before. You know how before, when you used to meet someone and you used to ignore all the details and you used to go, it's love, like that. And then you'd forget about money, time, compatibility, where you're going to live, where they're going to live, how it's going to work. If there's anyone else, blah, 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 all of those kind of things. I feel this year is different. I feel like, and I hate to say this, Leo, because I know it's not really your thing, you're going to get sensible about love. You're going to get sensible about love. In the middle of your reading, I got the King of Pentacles? King of Pentacles. Who is very, very sensible, and he builds. Look how he builds. This is a love reading. Earth signs. So that's my ploughing. My ploughing card. Am I the only one who got that? I didn't even mean it either. Okay, moving swiftly on, Leo. We're not going to talk about ploughing. Because actually that's not what it's all about. You know, before when you met someone it was sexual, electric, dramatic. Leo goes, limerence. No. Because look, you got the 10 of Cups in reverse. You got the 9 of Cups in reverse. But you've got the King of Pentacles, and then you also have the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant is your personal philosophy on love. It's going to be very, very different. You'll be surprised at yourself, because other people will be coming to you with things that would previously have knocked your love socks off, and you would have thrown reason out of the window. And quite the opposite. You are going to be very, very discerning, and to a certain extent, Leo, starting about now and probably starting late last year, you're going to be quite picky and maybe even a bit difficult, and it won't do you any harm, because what this will do is it will almost create, you know, when you're panning for gold, and I'm panning for gold, and you've got that really cool thing that those guys used to have, you know, with the wooden ring, and then it's got that wire mesh thing, like a gold panner, I suppose they call it. And you go in like that. That's what you're doing. There's a process of this. And all the rubbish will drop out the bottom, and only the big, nice gold nuggets are staying at the top for you. Which is a nice analogy with King Midas in the King of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Swords as well. Some of you will be bewildered by this behaviour because it's not your normal thing. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. It's the right thing to do. It just feels confusing and unnatural to you. But nevertheless, it's how you're going to behave. Yep. I'm just doing a few clarifiers. Some of you as well will change your mind. You will flip. For the Nine of Cups in reverse, I've got the Page of Wands, and this will be days when you want to rush ahead. And then for the King of Pentacles, I've got the King of Wands in reverse. You're not going to let yourself, you are not going to let yourself rush ahead. For the Ten of Cups in reverse, I've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and this is about not overgiving. Previously, you would have literally given yourself to somebody. For those of you that are single, you are going to meet somebody that you are going to be very, very sensible with. But like I say, it's a filtering process. I think some Leos have reached the point where, because Leos are brave and quite dramatic, and also very hot-blooded and, you know, physical and lucky and all those things. But what that does mean is you sometimes do leap into things with people and then get hurt. And I just think it's just not the way it's going to be. Ace of Swords in reverse, you've got Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you will get offers of commitment, such as moving in together, getting married. You know, that's what the Ten of Pentacles is. There they are. Putting a ring on it even, sealing the deal, but in a very kind of, somebody's really trying to nail you down. Not straight away, not in the early part of this year, you're not going to go with that. Not going to go with that. And actually, for this Queen of Swords, you get Leo in reverse. You get the Strength card in reverse. For some of you, this is quite an emotional experience. For some of you as well, and I don't know who this is for, some of you lost parents in 2017, or lost people you really were close to or loved. And it's made you, rather than make you, you know, rash, it's really developed your emotional depth. This is an emotionally deep year for you, but that means it's going to be very real. You're not going to be emotional as in the moment all the time. It's going to be much, much more real. Much, much more real. Again, for those of you that are coupled as well, there will be a lot of thinking about making decisions together. You're not going to be easy to turn. And it's not going to happen in this, we're doing mid-Jan to mid-Feb. There may be talk of it, but you won't be signing anything or doing anything. This is nice, actually. Those of you that are single, we get loneliness. Now, we also get trust. And you need to have faith in this because this isn't a quick process. And if you meet somebody, it won't be fly by night. You know, it's worth waiting for is what I'm trying to say. Receiving. Which is a beautiful thing. And healthy for you, Leo. Too many times, Leo, I think you know you've had an unguarded heart and somebody's kind of taken a chunk out of it. Let's have a look at your romance with the Angels Oracle cards. You having a wash, Val? Valley Bob's is having a good old wash. She's covered in catnip. Why are you like that? One moment, please. Just shuffling my Doreen Virtue cards. Go for a big boy shuffle. There we are. Ooh. Yes. This is nice. Romantic feelings. Your romantic feelings are real, and worth exploring slowly. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. For some of you, in fact, a lot of you, friendship is coming first. Children. Some of you are holding back because either you have children, they have children, or there are children involved in the picture, such as if someone's offering for you to move in with them or to combine finances with them. You are thinking twice, you are thinking timescales, you are thinking slowly, sensibly, protection, all that kind of thing. How's it going to work? All the mechanics and the nuts and bolts of it, Leo, rather than all the feelings and all the flutters. It's not feelings and flutters. It's process and pentacles. And you get the enchantment card. I like this card. Don't forget, because you actually do have your sensible goggles on massively, don't forget as well that it's okay to be slightly enchanted by somebody. You are not going to lose control of yourself on this one, Leo. It's a bit like John Cusack, you know, in High Fidelity, when he said, if you really wanted to hurt me, you should have got to me sooner. Too many other people have been there, Leo, and I don't mean that in that, you know, sense. That sounded awful, sorry. What I mean is you've had your heart broken too many times. You've given it too freely that you're not going to be giving it freely, I don't think, in 2018. That doesn't mean you'll be single. It just means you're going to be friendship orientated with romantic partners, which is no bad thing. And also, like I said, you're going to be panning for gold. If you want a private reading, Leo, you can book in the destruction box below. If you want to donate to the channel, and thank you to those of you that have already, you can do that in the destruction box below as well. Check out your 2018 forecast and also your January reading, and do subscribe, Leo. Namaste. Hello, Virgo. Virgo. Sun, Moon and Rising, this is a love reading for mid-January to mid-February 2018. Do check out your Moon and Rising. It's at the top of the comments section, Virgo. Ooh. Using the Mythic Tarot, Valentine joins us. She's just considering things at the moment. She was washing. She's now very zen. She's just listening to the readings, I think. Ooh. Virgo, what do you need to know? Sun, Moon and Rising. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. Whoa. Okay. Over the next month or so, some of you who are involved in shaky romances at the moment are feeling like you don't know whether to stay or go. Two of Swords. This is caught between two opposing forces. Usually, should I stay, should I go? This next month for some of you is a month of working that out, not necessarily acting on it. Got the Two of Swords in reverse. Sorry, Two of Swords in the upright, Two of Cups in the reverse. Some of you don't know if something is over or not. Some of you don't know if you want it over or not. And some of you are being kept hanging on a thread by somebody else, possibly an air sign. Got this Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. This is power games, somebody holding something over you. Often it's withdrawal on someone's part, or the silent treatment, or somebody not communicating, or somebody dipping in and out of communication with you. Frankly, that's just not fair, Virgo, and I don't like the look of it for you. But I don't know if it's a time to act just yet, because what will open up for you is the Six. Got that Five of Swords, but you also get the Six. Quite rare to get them next to each other. Six of Swords is an escape route, which you don't necessarily have to look for. And when you get that Two of Swords, my experience as a tarot reader, there's a reason that you can't decide. Either because it's not the right time, you're not in the right place, or you're acting from a place of fear, which generally doesn't work anyway. And sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. For a few of you that are single and totally uninvolved and looking, Page of Wands. You may meet somebody, Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. He's pretty sexy and a bit younger than you. Or if not, they are definitely a bit forward. Someone who's quite good fun. It could be fling energy, I'm not sure, but they will approach you. If you're single and you've been having no luck with things like online dating, I feel like in this time period that will change. Five of Wands in reverse, which we like. This is what I call my Fighting Little Dragons Everyday card. In other words, meeting people who ghost you online and faffing about and stuff getting in the way. It's not big, it's just irritating. So if you are looking for online dating and things like that and you're single, yeah, someone may well approach you. Check them out properly. You may not be able to make up your mind about them. If there is anything that makes you think twice, well, just be reserved. Obviously be safe, you know, observe all the safety stuff, but no need to dive on in there. Again, don't need to do much. It's not a time of great action over the next month. It's a time of observation. Although I've just pulled a very interesting card for you. Which is quite an active card. Hey, hey. Yeah, okay. For those of you... Right. For those of you that are involved in this rather topsy-turvy romance situation rather than relationship, you get disillusionment. She thought this was a knight in shining armour, and then behind there's a skinny guy with board shorts. Some of you have become disillusioned but not enough to leave somebody. Don't push it if the energy isn't quite there yet, okay? For all, single, coupled and in between, communication is key. If you're coupled and there are issues such as the Five of Swords and you feel like frustration with your partner, true, honest and open communication is the healing card. Doesn't matter how you do it. Either way, you get self-love, and that's for everybody always. This is where it begins. Especially if you are stuck in that situation where you don't know whether to stay or go and things aren't quite working out with somebody. If you practice concentrated self-love, you tend to find things work themselves out without you having to make a decision at all. And then for a few of you single people who meet this character, this is a strong sexual connection right off the bat. Do what you want and think what you like about that. I'm not here to say, okay? But I'm just here to say you get the orgasm card. Two things for this. Single people meeting someone, yeah, this is someone who can literally charm your pants off. What you want to do about that, entirely up to you. For those of you that are coupled, experiencing difficulties, who manage to communicate with each other, it could really release some sexual energy for you, which is nice. Romance with the Angels Oracle cards. I've always got love songs in my head when I'm doing a love reading. It's a good one for you. It's that orgasm card that did it. Yes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right. You get the deception card. Someone is wearing a false mask. That'll be for some of you that are involved in this halfway house relationship with the Two of Swords. Again, just observe it. Just observe. No need for action. This will come when it comes, the escape route. You also get unrequited love. I think that's for the same people. I think the reason that it doesn't work out is that probably them as well, they're not genuine in their feelings for you. And that's why they're iffy about communication. Again, watch out if you're single and you meet this person and the orgasm card. It may be they're just looking for a physical relationship. I don't know, okay? Make of that what you will. And then we get religious factors. And this is just to do with, for me, spiritual differences, or when I get religious factors, sometimes for me, if you're a very spiritual, intuitive person, it means that you're getting a message about a person. That card has come up for the last 3 signs and I've shuffled them. Enchantment. Amidst all of this, because for all Virgos, it looks quite complicated, I think is the word. Apart from the one that's meeting sexy here, that looks quite good. I think you need to keep a sense of enchantment, especially about yourself. It's a sense of curiosity about people and about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's not a time to be acting. In the middle of the reading, Two of Swords, that energy will shift over the next month with that Six of Swords, and you'll find that things will move of their own accord, one way or the other, Virgo. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Ooh. If you want to donate to the channel, you can also do that in the description box, and thank you to those of you that have done that already. Do subscribe, Virgo, and check out also your 2018 reading and your January 2018 as well. Thank you, Virgo. Namaste. Ooh. Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Sun, Moon and Rising. Love reading for Libra. From mid-January to mid-February 2018. 2 cards fell on the floor. They're nice. Take them. Oh, might have to go and get my glass of water. Oh. You I want, but you want to come out. Why? Okay, Libra, this is a time of love healing. And karma. 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. This is about an ending. And it's good, but it doesn't feel good. It will feel upsetting and painful because Swords and Cups and Tens, it's big, but it's healthy, okay? It's not what you wished for, so I would imagine you weren't the one who ended it. 9 of Cups in reverse. However, you appear in your own reading, and I like that. When I get a star sign who appears in their own reading in a private reading, I know that person's going to be okay. And you've shown up for yourself. That's what it means. Libra, justice. There you go. And it happens to be Athene and wisdom as well. For me as well, it's karma. This was a karmic relationship that you were involved in. It really looks like it's over to me. Now that's already happened or is happening in the next, whatever it is, month or so. If it's about your ex, it's about finally getting that kind of memory of them over, like dead rather than still kicking. And then Libra, you're impatient. Some of you are impatient to meet someone else. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And then in the middle, we've got the Page. This is about seasonal. This is about crops. This is about things growing when they grow so they can be healthy. About not planting your seed in the wrong place. About waiting until things are ready. Those of you that have been through this breakup situation are not quite ready yet. Because this is still like a karmic turn. Karmic turn of events. Things are being righted. They will be very much so by probably the middle of the year for you, I get, with this Justice card. Few of you may even be getting divorced with these 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse. Justice can be the legal system. For single AF, as they say, Libras, with no relationship things going on at all, you may meet a Sagittarian. Temperance. For any Librans, if any relationship status, it's very important to go with the flow and to know that there is a wheel of events, that there is karma in play, and that you are, you know, when I look at this, you're going from 10 of Swords reversed, 10 of Cups reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, Justice in the upright, Temperance in the upright, Page of Pentacles. I'm getting good things come to those who wait. Librans are generally very patient people, I have to say. It's all part of that Venus and the balance. Some of you with this 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords were involved with a narcissist. Definitely. Who had high expectations that you could never meet and never wanted to commit to you. We get self-consciousness. That's my narcissist card. That goes for you with the 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups in reverse. Expectations. Now Libra as well, if you're single, this can be having too high expectations or having too much of a type. This Temperance card tells us to definitely, we're on a karmic cycle. So it's as above, so below. What you put out, you will get back. It's law of attraction. Instead of having expectations of yourself and others, just have what you love. You know, if you want to meet someone who's 6 foot and, I don't know, likes music or something like that, picture someone who's 6 foot and likes music and daydream about them. But don't have expectations, because actually when karma is around, you may not be needing to meet someone who looks like that and who is into that. The universe might have something very different in mind for you. For those of you dealing with this 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, fear of commitment. That was this person. They never wanted to commit in the first place. And that's hard to take. And then this is lovely. You get the Grace card of happiness. Karma is turning in your favour, Libra. But you are definitely in a clearing out period. Even those of you where this represents an ex, it's the final clearing. Some of you might be chucking out the last of their stuff or seeking to return it to them. Good. Romance with the Angels Oracle cards. Stay optimistic about your love life, no matter what, Libra. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and this is about the daydreaming part. Enjoy daydreaming about who you want to meet, as if you've already met them. It's going to really work for you, and I also read fully as July, so I'm just going to give that to you, okay, in case it's a message. You deserve love. Some of you, the ones who've been involved, because I've done a lot of private readings for Librans, like at one time, all my private readings were for Librans. That was it. So I got to know the events of 2017 for Librans, and narcissism came up a lot. Some of you are utterly flawed by this person and your self-esteem is in shreds. Know that you deserve love. And if that's all you can hang on to at the moment, use it as a little self-esteem hook, because karma is turning in your favour. Healing with the Angels Oracle card. Again, you've got yourself here and then you've got yourself again. You get balance. And see this kind of, you've got the ball with the wheel. It's going in the right direction, but it's circular. It's just observing, you know, when you've got like the Wheel of Fortune. Don't look at what's going round, just look in the middle at the hub. Get transfixed by the hub. Daydream about what you want. Get yourself into a better feeling place and it will come. Woo! So Libra, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do that in the same place. And thank you to those of you that have already. And do check out your January readings and your 2018 readings as well. And subscribe. Thank you, Libra. Scorpio. Love reading. My lovely, lovely Scorpios. Scorpio. I always want to say it like that. Let's just shuffle these. Valentine joins us. She's having a good old wash. She's covered in catnip, so I think that's more enjoyable than normal. I know Scorpio likes to know their cards have been shuffled. And I felt like we needed some air in the cards, if that makes sense. I'm just doing a quick rifle shuffle. Wow, torrential rain. I'm just looking, there's a window across the street. There's the most gorgeous little girl looking out of the window, fascinated at the rain. Wow, what it must be like to be like 2 and fascinated at the rain, Scorpio. Right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is mid-January to mid-February, using the Mythic Tarot. Ho, ho, ho. Scorpio. Some of you are involved with a fire sign, or someone with the traits of a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And for some of you, they're causing you some bother. This is someone who's charismatic, outgoing, funny, sexy, but also cantankerous and bossy. And for some reason, Scorpio, it's causing you bother. For some of you, it's somebody you work with. Could even just be someone you have your eye on, you've got a crush on. You've got the 9 of Swords here. My 4 AM worrying card. There's some worrying going on. For some of you, somebody approached you who was quite forward and then maybe either disappeared or retreated a bit. And I do get a work vibe, or someone you met through finances, or an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Got this 8 of Pentacles, which is my work card. Some of you are involved with someone or are going to meet somebody who seems like fun but turns out to be a bit of hard work and you don't know why. And the best thing you can do if you meet someone like this, or if you're involved with someone like this, Scorpio, and I don't even need to tell Scorpios this because they're good at it, is observe and keep your feelings to yourself for now. Don't invest too much in this person just yet. Got the High Priestess, Major Arcana. This is Persephone. Now, Persephone spends 3 months of the year down there in Hades, down those stairs, with your ruler, with Pluto. Who deals with all the death and the transformation. Some of you have met somebody or are with somebody you don't know whether you can trust them or not. So you're keeping your counsel, you're keeping your feelings to yourself at the moment. You're playing your cards close to your chest, or you will want to. And you're wise to, Scorpio. Scorpio is a very wise sign. You know, if there's one thing you are not, it's a blabber. You don't blab. Sometimes trying to get an answer out of a Scorpio is quite difficult. But in this case, it's an advantage for you. Somebody dealing with an Aries or your boss. It could be that you're romantically involved with, yes, someone at work, and it could be someone superior to you in position. Some of you that are involved are considering your position. Got the 7 of Pentacles. This is where you take stock of where you're at with somebody or something, and you're choosing to withdraw a bit, I think, or you will be. Interesting. Your Four of Pentacles, which is keeping things to yourself, playing your cards close to your chest. You get the Nine of Swords in reverse. In other words, you can stop worrying about it as long as you don't give too much back, spill too much. Some of you, it's a secret relationship. Some of you, it's this fire sign character who comes and goes. Got the Eight of Cups in reverse. You've thought about leaving them before, or you've tried to leave them before, or they've left before and they've come back again. It's a bit of a boomerang thing. Now, for the Eight of Pentacles, which is the meeting somebody at work card, you've got the Magician in reverse. This is somebody whose persona when they're at work or doing their job, even if you don't work with them, is a very strong one. In terms of the Magician, they could work in sales, but then behind the scenes sometimes you see them in a very different light and you don't know what to make of it, Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles. Those of you that are single, you may meet someone who turns out to be married or attached or something that you don't know about, and again, you're going to feel the intuition with that High Priestess not to reveal yourself too much, and I would go along with that. Because it's a bit in the balance, you know, you've got Nine of Swords in the upright and the reverse. So quite rightly, you don't quite know what to think. That one just fell out for me, okay? This person is a real mixture. Sometimes they make you feel unwanted, or you feel unwanted. Then there's naivety, where you're thinking that someone's an angel but they're a devil. Now, Scorpio is not naive. So if you're getting alarm bells ringing, play your cards close to your chest and observe. And then they're also romantically responsive and tender. Get tenderness. Because they are both things and it's a bit confusing. Now this fell out when I was about to put the cards back. Trap. Don't fall into a trap, Scorpio. If you're completely single, you could meet someone like this. Someone who's quite high-powered, or seems to be. If you meet someone who seems to have a great job, wait and see. Definitely. So you get finances and career. This is about somebody at work or involved in the financial sector or sales. You also get forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. For some of you, it's your own fear that's making them appear this way. But I still say we can't quite tell. So exercise the caution that you're inclined to exercise, Scorpio. And then we get the children card. Now that's interesting because when I was looking out the window when I started your reading, I felt like looking at that little girl who was just fascinated by the rain. It was a message for you, Scorpio. And that kind of reminded me of the children card. And here it is. That's about your inner child. And I hate that word, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some of you, especially those of you that were brought up in difficult circumstances, may find it hard to discern whether this person is right or wrong, because your radar might be a bit sensitive one way or another. For now, play your cards close to your chest and observe. Romance. Scorpio, there is going to be romance coming your way in this time period. What it means underneath, I actually honestly don't know. And I think neither do you, but that's okay because you keep your antennae up, as Scorpios can. You have a very good filter for this sort of thing. Just with the High Priestess, it's all about how you feel in the pit of your stomach. Not about what they say, not about checking them out too much, although do if you need to. And as a Scorpio, you will. But at the end of the day, the greatest radar that you have got, Scorpio, is in you. And it's fail-safe, actually, if you just tune into it. Whew. Scorpio, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Do subscribe to the channel and share the video, and check out your January and your 2018 forecast. Namaste, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Do 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 do. Doesn't quite fit because then you have to go Sagittarius like that. Although that is quite fun. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Mid-January to mid-February. Oh, hello, you've come up a lot. We're all going through some sort of clearing at the moment, because that card, which is a clearing card, has come up for nearly everyone. Ooh. What does Sagittarius need to know about their love life? Ooh. For mid-Jan to mid-Feb to Valentine's Day. Valentine joins us, by the way. Namesake. Wow, you got great cards here. Did I speak too soon? No. Okay, Saggy, I like the look of your love life. Looks like you're going to have one. It's nice. Those of you that are coupled, you may get married, move in together, or seal the deal in some way. Joint account, joint finances, work together, talk about buying together. Got the 10 of Pentacles. It's the bricks and mortar, the meat and potatoes of a relationship card. It's nice. It's security. So those of you in relationship, it looks like it's becoming more secure. That's for those of you in developed relationships. For those of you that are single, it looks good. Conchita from Eurovision, the single happy woman card, is in the reverse. You don't want to be single anymore, and it doesn't look like you will be. Seeds are being planted in this time, but they look good. And I say that because, look, 10 of Swords. This is where Athene says to the Furies, enough torturing this person. Enough. You've had your fill, snake-haired ladies. Yeah. They'd like to have another go at you, but she's kind of stepped in and said, I think they've had enough. So I like this. Now, the reason I say sowing seeds is because of the Page of Pentacles. And this is about planting, being careful, sowing seeds, being seasonal, being patient, not rushing anything, not jumping into anything. Like it. Because we've got 10 of Pentacles in the upright, we've got 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, we've got Page of Pentacles in the upright, and we've got 7 of Pentacles. Consideration. Making considered choices, but you've got something to make considered choices about, which is nice. Very, very heavy on the earth sign people. I would be surprised if you meet somebody if they weren't an earth sign. It's about 3 negatives in that. I'm talking Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Because it's just decent looking pentacle cards, quite honestly. These 3 together, you know, if you meet somebody, they're like, it's not likely to be one where you just meet somebody and fancy the pants off them and it's all head and, you know, all air and water and and all that. I mean, we do have very heavy Capricorn energy going on mid-month. We've got new moon in Capricorn. I think we've got 5 planets in Capricorn during that period of time. We've got, obviously, the sun's in Capricorn just before, and then What else? Oh yeah, we've got an eclipse in Leo as well, haven't we, at the end of the month? Saturn came out of your sign, plopped itself in good old Capricorn again. So there's a lot of practical feeling energy around. And I think romantically, that's no bad thing. Just having a look at some Spezzano love cards for you, Saggy. Wow. Okay, some of you had a rough time with the Ten of Swords, okay? We need to talk. There was jealousy. There may still be if you've split up with somebody and they met somebody else. Or they may still watch over you when you're going to meet somebody else. Somebody's watching and spying. You can see, look. Then we have the fear card. I feel like this will be you about meeting somebody else. That fear is there from what went on with this Ten of Swords. Because we also have mistake. You've already realised that. That's been and gone. So there's the realisation that you made a mistake before. Could you make a mistake again? That belongs to that person, that past. But there's still that fear. So just bear that in mind. But this, when you meet somebody, this is a very earthy thing. It looks like there's somebody who's not going to be particularly fast or fiery or airy or anything. It's just sowing seeds. That's all it is. And it's sensible and it's quite calm. And then we get communication and healing. It's okay to be clear and honest with a new person and to be yourself. And also for those of you closing the door on that, it's okay to communicate, even if it's writing a letter that you burn, to get some kind of closure on that. And then here we get the Emperor. This is meeting possibly an Aries or somebody who's got their own company with all these pentacles knocking around. I'm getting a kind of boss vibe, or someone who's quite powerful feeling or is involved with anything to do with farming, agriculture, earth, making things, even banking or being a CEO or a business person. But it's someone who is masculine. This is masculine. Rather like that for you, Saggy. Romance with the Angels, Oracle cards for Sagittarius. Ooh, that's come up a few times. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept help from others. Accept blind dates, accept advice. If you're going on to online dating, do it with some friends and some wine. It's a lot funnier. And you need a sense of humour for this sort of thing, okay? Romantic feelings. When you meet somebody, and you will, your feelings are real and worth exploring, but I would rather say your feelings are okay, even if they're mixed in with all these other feelings of, I made a mistake in the past. Let it all flow, because this is about being authentic, this communication card. And then you get religious factors. And for this I get about spirituality. You might meet somebody as well who is politically completely nothing like you, particularly with this Emperor card. They're going to have strong opinions. They may be spiritually nothing like you. They may not be very spiritual at all. There may be religious differences. I don't think it really matters. In fact, it might be a good thing. It might be attractive. Oh, you can too. Yay. You get the trust card. Trust in the universe, Sagittarius. I know you've been hurt before, but trust in the universe, because also manifestation fell out for you. Trust in your own ability to manifest what you want. Trust that you have already. Nice reading, Saggy. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Do hit subscribe and do share the video as well on social media. Ooh, hit share. Just share with complete random people, Saggy. Share it with everyone. Share it with your gran. Yeah, brighten someone's day. Thanks, Sagittarius. Namaste. Okay, Capricorn. Sun, Moon and Rising. Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Let's just shuffle these a minute, please. I love the sound of shuffling cards in the morning. Yeah. Okay, Capricorn. Mid-January to mid-February, Capricorn. Saturn's gone into your sign, Capricorn. In terms of relationships, expect your drawers to be cleaned out, as it were. Okay, and you're being freed from something. I get the truth will set you free. And of course with that, first it's going to really annoy you. Not allowed to swear on YouTube these days. But you get the drift. If you're single and you've not been successful in finding someone for a while, your love life seems to be completely kaput. So I've got the Six of Wands in reverse. For some of you, you're feeling like you can't win, you can't meet anyone. It wouldn't be a bad idea to use law of attraction. It wouldn't be a bad idea to dig deep into the esoteric. And Capricorns actually, although they're always billed as a very practical sign, and Saturn is going to make you feel even more so, there is a very esoteric side to Capricorns. And we've got the High Priestess in the middle here, Persephone. The need to go downstairs, the need to go to the subconscious, the need to practice law of attraction, the need to attract what you want rather than look for it. This is for single Capricorns. If you are wanting to go to events where you might meet somebody, this Three of Pentacles attracts me. This is something like a community project, doing something with a committee or a group, sharing labour, distribution of labour, getting something done together, a group effort. There's a chance that you could meet someone at something like that because we've got 5 planets in Capricorn in mid-January anyway. Sun's in Capricorn right now. New moon in Capricorn. Saturn's in Capricorn. Tons is in Capricorn. It makes sense if you want to meet someone Capricorn to do a Capricorn activity, which you are an earth sign. This is an earth sign card. It's sharing its distribution of wealth, its distribution. Doing any charity work would be brilliant for meeting somebody. Conservation work. Getting involved in something practical would be a good thing to do. A few other Capricorns who are not entirely single but are involved, kind of hung up on something and I don't know what it is. Again, a lot of signs have this at the moment. It looks like you're going to be freed. Some of you were involved with an Aquarius. Got the Star in reverse. Some of you have just been involved in a romantic situation you could not win. For some of you, there was a third party involved in this situation, or a third factor. Either way, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. You are experiencing some freedom during this time. You're going to experience emancipation. You're going to realise that you've been caught up on something you don't need to be caught up on. Those of you that are single and feel like you can't manifest love, that's also what the star represents. You can, you just need to dig deeper into the subconscious, into the esoteric. Doing moon rituals, particularly around the new moon, actually, new beginnings, and around the full moon at the end of January, that might be a good idea. Google bringing in love with moon rituals. And then here, the sun. Radiance, warmth, light, love, possibilities. It's particularly coming into the spring, actually. Depending on where you are in the world, obviously. There's still some inner work to be done, Capricorn, with this High Priestess in the middle. Yes, look, when I say that, bad attitude comes out. Some of you that have been burnt in love, let's put it there, may feel a bit scornful about it still. Or a bit defensive. Or a bit hopeless. You know, I'll never meet anyone type thing. Get out there and share to meet somebody. It's a weird message that, but it's really strong, Capricorn. There it is. Do you remember we said the truth will set you free? Then we get the truth with a key. Freedom. That is the buzzword. Any situation you've got going on that you need clearing, that you need to be free from, the truth will set you free, Capricorn. Mid-January to mid-February. No, that's that for that one. And then you get irresistibility. Believe it or not, Capricorn, and Capricorns are often sceptical. You're going to be quite magnetic once that truth has set you free. Whatever that truth is, and however it needs to come out. Interesting, Capricorn. This is also about secrets and hidden things. Yes. Capricorn, you get let go of control issues. You can't control this. The truth will set you free. That's not about control. So let go of trying to make things safe, because you can't. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. You won't feel like it. You're feeling very sensible and Saturn-y, but get out there if you want to meet somebody. It can happen and it is a good time. Make the effort, Capricorn, even if you don't feel like it, because then you get chemistry. Once you feel chemistry, it's not half as much of an effort as it is getting yourself out there. And those of you that are just caught up with something, with secrets, the truth will set you free, because it's something you could not have won. Capricorn, that's not come up for anyone else. You get the soulmate card. Get yourself out there, for God's sake, Capricorn. When that card comes up, you should be flying out of the door. Capricorn, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do that also in the description box below. Do subscribe and share this video on social media. Thank you, Capricorn. Namaste. Okay, Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Sun, Moon and Rising. This is your reading for love reading for that's your card, January to mid-February 2018. My lovely Aquarians. Let's see what's afoot. That one hasn't come up for anyone else. That one's come up for everybody else. You sneaking in. Oh! So I say, Aquarius, you sneaking in and pull the Seven of Swords, the Sneaky Fox card, in reverse, thank God. That's interesting. I had to go behind about 3 cards to get that one, and then I talked to it and call it sneaky, and there it is. Righto, Aquarius. Like a lot of signs, and because I've done a lot of readings for Aquarians in 2017, there's been some shadiness gone on in your love life. And for some of you, I've got a pain in my neck. It's that bad. For some of you, they're still around, sort of. Whoever they are. But the energy has gone out of it, thank God. Look, this card, 10 of Swords, has come up for nearly every single sign. This is reaching the pinnacle of something painful. If you haven't already, you will do. Sun breaks over the horizon. Athene says to the Furies, that is enough. How far do you want to go? You know, it's that kind of energy. Some of you were betrayed in 2017. Some of you, this person lingers. 7 of Swords in reverse. The card that was hiding behind 3 other cards. My card that I call the Sneaky Fox card. Those of you that were trying to escape this kind of what looks to me to be toxic scenario will find it a lot easier now. 5 of Wands is in the reverse. A lot of restrictions and traps and frustrations are lifted. Some of you were involved with someone who couldn't handle money, or who maybe handled some of your money, or was just generally there was money involved. Got this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you may still be sorting out the finances from a breakup with somebody. Now, in the middle of your reading, Major Arcana, the Sun. Beautiful energy, Aquarius. Very nice, very hopeful, very optimistic. And it kind of scorches out all this badness. And also gives light and illumination. It's like the opposite of the moon. I feel like when the sun moves into your sign, which is soon, isn't it? Things will really start to brighten up for you. I've said that to a lot of Aquarians in private readings as well. It's just been a feeling that when we come into your solar return that we're like, the light goes on finally. From this darkness, whatever this was, this is shady. Now, once things start to move for you, Aquarius, they're going to move. We've got the Page of Wands. For some of you, this is meeting a younger, sexier fire sign. Could be a fling. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's safe and fun. You know, change is as good as a rest. And you've got the sun in the middle. Could be a Leo. I like it. And it's direct as well. We've got the Knight of Swords, air sign card, like, let's get stuff going. Let's get this party started. Let's get some love life on the road. Let's get some offers in. Let's get things happening. It's quite a switch in energy, and I feel it happens when the sun goes into your sign, because there is the sun in the middle. And there is the sun in the background of the Ten of Swords. I like it a lot. So out of this shady, moon-like, happening under cover of darkness, sneaky, whatever, we reach the pinnacle of it, the Ten of Swords, and then the sun comes out and things start to move. Let's do some Chuck's Bazzano love cards for you, Aquarius. Some of you will finally find out, about somebody. Itchy nose as well. Itchy nose. Okay, that's interesting. You've got loads of love cards here. You get jealousy. This is someone who used to mess you about. Bad attitude and treated you like you were disposable. Disillusionment. You used to think of them like this knight in shining armour, and then you look behind and they're not at all that person. You're going to find that out. The truth will set you free. I had this for Capricorn. You're going to find out about what that shadiness was. And then you get irresistibility and floating on air. Now, for some of you, this is just going to be the feeling you get when the sun goes into your sign of suddenly of freedom to love again, of freedom to love somebody. But that freedom in itself, I feel, is going to encourage others towards you with that irresistibility card. Your light is going back on. Thank God, because I have to say it's been a tricky 12 months for Aquarians. There's been times when I've done readings for Aquarians where I've just felt like I've had to have a word. Now, I have to word with you now, Aquarians, because you've got reconciliation. No, I don't think it's for this person, the Seven of Swords. I hope not, anyway. Someone from the past is returning to your life. Guard against it if it's a person who hurt you in the past. If it's someone who's sweet, or that you left, or, you know, it's a long time ago, or it's an old friend, great. I don't think we want to open the door back to that. We're looking forward, Aquarius, with the sun coming out. You get romantic feelings. Your feelings are worth exploring. If it's about that person, explore them deeply, okay? Because the truth will set you free. And then you get flirt. And with that irresistibility card, flirt your socks off, Aquarius. Because actually, you could meet someone. I've got kind of flingy vibes with this Page of Wands. But I like the look of it. I think you need a bit of fun and romance. And then balance. Don't act in haste, Aquarius. Especially if it's anything to do with that person coming back. Because some of you, they've come back too many times, you know. We're in 2018 now. And there's good energy knocking around for you with the sun. And we don't want to go back into that moon state. And we get the sensuality card drops on the floor. Some of you, there was a high sex connection with that person. Keep it in your pants, Aquarius, if it's them. That's all I'll say. We don't want that shady, sneaky fox, Seven of Swords character back in our lives. If you want a private reading, Aquarius, you can book in the description box below. If you want to donate to the channel, and thank you to those that have, you can do that in the description box. And do share the video on social media and with your friends. Ooh. Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. Hello, my lovely fishes. Valley Bobs joins us, if you can see her. She has a catnip snake, which looks quite a lot like a willy, so I'm not going to hold it up for the camera. I'm not doing that. But anyway, it's full of catnip. And she just went, boof, and then passed out in a catnip heaven, which is lovely, isn't it? Now then, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is for mid-January to mid-February. What does Pisces need to know about their love life? Hey. Oh, Pisces. That's how I talk to Valentine sometimes. Oh, Valentine. Oh, Valentine. Like that. Oh, Pisces. Ooh. Couple of stories here for my beautiful Pisceans. Well, I may do some clarifiers. Okay. You may get a rubbish offer. I'll just kick straight out with it, Pisces. You may get a half-hearted offer from an ex-lover. Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is the card I have for when somebody makes you an offer that doesn't add up, doesn't impress you enough, isn't good enough, isn't worthy of you. Whatever the reasons, I'm hoping you're not going to consider it worthy of you. Because you've got Judgment in the reverse, which is the second chance card. Could be somebody asking for a second chance. When Judgment is in the reverse, usually they don't get one. Come on, Pisces. This could be an earth sign or somebody involved with finance or somebody quite... What's the word? Careful with money, I suppose. We've got here King of Pentacles in the reverse. If not, you know, it can also represent someone who never held a job down. So just be careful about that, Pisces. This person did have quite a lot of power over you at one point. I got the Five of Swords in the reverse, Venus in Aquarius. They had sway over you. They knew how to manipulate you. This is an air sign as well. It could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Even if you manage, Pisces, to reject this offer, it's going to bring back old feelings. Four of Cups in reverse. It's my feelings card. It's like a percolator. Feelings where you've numbed yourself out, and Pisces is really good at that if they need to. Because Pisces is like a feeling machine. They just feel everything. I'm a double Pisces. It's all feel. It's, what was it? I was going to say Calvin Klein, but it's not Calvin Klein. Calvin, whatever he's called. You know, Catching Feels with Katy Perry. I hope you know what I'm talking about, or I'm going to seem like I'm nuts. I was just saying, Pisces, a few people have written in and asked me if I'm drunk when I'm doing the readings. Which I'm kind of taking as a compliment. As bubbly effervescence. I'm like, yeah, I'm just drinking a bottle of wine before I go on. So there you go. Now, feels. Pisces is all about the feels. So we're not going to be able to avoid it, even if we decide not to go with it, which I sincerely hope we don't, because it looks like a non-starter. Now, previous petty obstacles, restrictions and frustrations that have got in between Pisces and love look like they're moving away. Replaced by Seven of Pentacles, a more measured and balanced and considered approach, which is no bad thing for a Pisces, I can tell you. And then the Ten of Cups. Woo-hoo, Pisces. Those of you that have stuck with me, and can I just say thank you for that, because Pisces in particular has had some rough readings in the last 12 months. And I know I haven't tried to sugar the pill, but that's because I don't sugar the pill. I'm trying to be honest. You've stuck with me through some pretty rough readings. This card hasn't made an appearance that often, but it's appearing today. What I feel like it's saying, Pisces, is this more sensible approach, more measured approach, and also the rejection of any fantasy swooners, and that can be new or old fantasy swooners, is going to lead to the Ten of Cups rather than just the love thing. Yeah. Interesting love cards that we've got here. Oh, yes. Oh, Chuck. Chucky, Chucky, Chucky. Right. We need to talk about this person who may come back in, okay? It's a no. It's a no, Pisces. I know Pisces doesn't do binary. It doesn't do yes or no. Do no, okay? Push me, pull me. This is someone you finally managed to get away from. Could be ages ago. Could have been years ago. Whatever it is, they want you because you finally don't want them. It is a trap. The trap card. Deception. They may still be with the person they left you for, or whatever it is they're not telling you, they're still not telling you. And then cynicism. This is for Pisces who have experienced this. It's important because Pisces can become cynical when hurt as well. It's important not to let that take over, Pisces, in the rejection of this person. You can reject, oh my God, there it is. Do you know, I haven't done a fairies, Heart of the Fairy Oracle card for any other sign, and I knew I needed to pull one, okay? And for this person, I've pulled Thief, the Thief. Now, in my private readings, this comes up when someone is shady. You know they're shady, okay? And this may only be for a few people, but it's worth mentioning. Don't let them back in the door. Ten of Cups is available. It's a slower energy. It's more of building up from a friendship, but we've got a lot of Capricorn energy going on through January. And it's a really good time to slowly rebuild your love life or get to know somebody. Yay! So Pisces, ignore that rubbish person with the rubbish offer. You deserve love, brackets, and the whole hot, damn, stinking loaf that goes with it, okay? No crumbs for Pisces. No crumbs, not on my watch. No crumbs. Engagement. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a big rock for everybody, but what it means is you accept nothing less than someone who's serious about you, Pisces. Someone who's considerate. Someone who actually has a job. Cards on the table, okay? Because look, this is a strong energy. It's Mars in Pisces. It's the real deal. Calling in your soulmate, Pisces. Amen. Yeehaw. That's not them. Leave me comments about this, Pisces. Leave me comments. This is like you used to have to do with your girlfriends, you know, back in the day when you could press buttons on phones and you say, if I want to phone him, I'm going to phone you. Yeah, phone me, phone me. Phone me 15 times, but don't phone him. Sit on your hands, don't phone him. Do you know what it's like? It's that energy. That energy, really. For some of you, it's totally unexpected that this person will reappear as well. And they may just reappear on some sort of naff social media thing, but, you know, not even come to the door. Does anyone come to the door anymore? That's a whole new story, Pisces. Yay! We don't ever get this card. Blessings. Move towards your bliss, Pisces. Swim towards your bliss, okay? If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. If you want to donate, thank you to those that have already. Donate in the description box or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Thank you to all signs for watching. Please share these videos with your friends and family on all your social media and all the rest of it. Spread the love. Valentine says bye from her comatose catnip state, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.